So let's start by going to roblox.com, going to create, and going to create a new game. Use the base plate. Yeah, use the base plate. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You have to click on the base plate and then click on create game. Okay. Then go to places. Click on this recently created game that we just made. Go to the three dots and click on edit. And open in Roblox Studio. And then the first thing we want to do is shrink the base plate, right? Make it a little bit smaller. So here is our new place that we just made. We'll go ahead and change the name in a little bit, but for now, here we are. We got the, I'm zooming out here. Now this base plate is huge, okay? So if we go here to workspace, we go to base plate, and then we go to scale. We can scale this guy down a bit to whatever size you want. Mine is kind of like an elongated rectangle, so I'm going to do that. This might not be exactly right, but we'll use it for now. I'm going to make it really thin. And I'm going to put my spawn point here. So I'm going to right click the workspace, insert object, spawn location. And I'm going to put my spawn point, go hit move. Oh my gosh, okay. So let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and click on collisions. And then I'm going to move it into the corner here. And I want it to be perfect, so I like really zoom in, and you see this, it's like not exactly perfect. Whoa. So I'm gonna zoom in and get it to be perfect, like that. Okay, so I guess the first thing that we want to do is make our spawn location look cool, like the way that I made mine look kind of cool in the game, right? If you noticed, it was glowing white and it had smoke coming out of it. So what you want to do is delete the decal. So we'll open up the small location here and we'll delete the decal. And then we'll click on the spawn location. We'll change the brick color to be white. I believe that's white. Or we can come in here, and the color actually uses RGB. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with Photoshop, but I have Photoshop installed here. And RGB, if I click on the color palette, is the amount of red, the amount of green, and the amount of blue that's going to be mixed into a pot to get this color red, right? And on RGB have possible values of 0 to 255. And so if you have 0 for R, G, and B, that means you are looking for black. And if you have R, G, and B all at 255, then that means you are wanting to use the white color. Okay, so I'm going to come back over here, and because I can't find the white color, I'm going to go ahead and key it in right here. I'm going to do 255, 255, 255, hit enter, and that's my white color. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my material, and there's a whole bunch of different materials that we can use here, but I like neon because it glows. And then finally what we want to do is right click it up here in the Explorer window and say insert object and say smoke. Okay, and now with the smoke we could change the color up, I believe. Okay, this looks like a little bit too much smoke, so I'm going to adjust some of these properties. The first one is going to be the size, I believe. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on spawn location. I need to go ahead up here to the Explorer and click on smoke. And then here I'm going to take my rise velocity, change it to 0.5. My size, I'm going to change it to 0.6. And my color is good. Enabled is good. Opacity, maybe I can make it 0.3. You can go ahead and adjust these values to whatever it is that you want. And now if I go ahead and hit test and play, then we should see a spawn location that has a unique look to it and should get us started, right? So here's a smoke slowly rising out of the spawn location, and now I'm going to be jumping, and the next thing I want to do is add my red blocks, my red death blocks, and I'll show you how to do that in the next video.